Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know what time it is when you see this video. Here it's now late at night, and I would like to send a short message from Switzerland to Mongolia, especially for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day of the first teaching of the Buddha, according to tradition. What was Buddha teaching? He was teaching the Four Noble Truths. What does it mean? He was teaching about the truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, the truth of the cessation, and the truth of the path, the method for this ending of suffering. In simple words, it means each of us in our life experience pain, sadness, suffering. Not always, but it's happening all the time, again and again, no matter how rich or where we are. And why do we experience this? Mostly because we want something, we don't get it, or we get something we don't want. This brings us trouble, makes us unhappy, makes us suffering. So it's the wanting and not wanting, the ignorance about what life is, that brings suffering. And then the third truth, there is a way, it's possible to experience no pain, no suffering anymore, to be free, to experience happiness all the time. And for this, the fourth truth explains the method, the path, what we have to do to be free of suffering, to experience peace and happiness all the time. So where to start? We have to start with ourselves, what we are. We all have a past. We all had difficult situations in our past, as children, as young people, as young adults. Many times we had things happened that left scars in our mind. The thing is, normally our parents, our teachers, never taught us about our mind, They never showed us how beautiful our mind is. How as a human person, a human being, we have an extreme high potential, that we can achieve almost everything if you train our mind. The story of the teacher who was telling the student a little bit about the mind. I like it very much. One teacher asked the student to bring him a glass of water and some salt. And then he put a few spoons of salt into the glass, gave it to the student and said, "Stir it and drink it." But the student didn't like it. After the first sip, he didn't want it. He said, "That's terrible. So bad taste. Don't want that." And then the teacher went with the student to a lake. When they reached to the lake, the teacher said to the student, "Put a few spoonfuls of salt into the lake and steer it. The student did it, and then the teacher told him to drink some water. And then he asked, how did it taste? And then the student said, it tastes very nice. Very nice clean water. And then the teacher explained, that's how it is with our mind. If our mind is narrow, even a small problem, small thing that we don't expect, makes big suffering. We get upset. If our mind is big, wide, like this lake, even if there's problems coming, if something's happening that we don't like, it's not so big. We still have the big lake that takes away the bad taste of the small incident. That's why my beautiful teacher Lama Yeshe many times said, make your mind like an ocean. And we can do that. We have to start. I always say there are also two kinds of sufferings we can't avoid in this life until we are free. The first one is the suffering of the discipline. If we want to learn something, we need some discipline. We have to do it. If we want to learn to ride, we have to train. Maybe we fall down a few times. If we want to learn to write, we have to learn the alphabet. And we make many mistakes, but we have to train and train and train. I think each of us has the experience of writing pages and pages with letters. But now we can write. That's a beautiful achievement. So with everything, discipline, even people going to the gym to have a nice body, they experience some pain, going to the gym, want to give up, but no, want to finish this hour, but then it's finished and then they are happy when their body got better. The second suffering is the suffering of regret. If we don't apply discipline, people who never went to the gym, maybe after a few years they say, oh, my body looks so big, I have no strength. If only I had gone. Other people, if only I have learned more how to read things. If only I had done this. This is the regret, the suffering of regret. So we can choose which one we want. And I think it's quite good if we decide to take the suffering of training. His Holiness Dalai Lama many times he said, to have a better life, we have to learn to take care of the body, which you already have learned. We brush our teeth because we don't want to go to the dentist all the time. We clean our face because we want to look nice. We clean our body because we don't want to stink. But we also have a mind. So we have to learn some method of hygiene of the mind. To take some time, to be quiet, maybe just to breathe. Don't use the phone. Don't think the thoughts that are turning in our mind all the time. Just to concentrate on the breath. Or sitting still and just watch the nature. Sitting still, just watch the river flow. When we do that, we experience some peace. We experience that our mind is much wider than we think. Maybe sometimes we even experience what Lama Yeshe meant when he said, make your mind an ocean. But we have to do it. Maybe we have to have some discipline to do it every day, a few minutes, maybe a little bit longer. We have to learn how to deal with ourselves, not to push too much, but not to relax too much. And then also when we have this experience, that the mind is a little bit peaceful, we can look at our scars that we have, and maybe allow them to heal slowly. Because every scar that we have in our mind, because of something unpleasant that we experienced in the past, has some influence on our actions. And maybe we act very unpleasant because we never were healing what we experienced. And then we also have to learn to remember that as human beings, we are social animals, that we depend on each other, that we can't live alone. Especially now, in this time of the virus, people have learned that we depend so much on people that we normally think they are not so valuable. Then we see that people work in the hospital. Without them, so many more people would have died because of this virus. People who still work for us while we had to stay locked in our apartments, who provided with all the food, with everything we needed for living. By realizing more that we depend on each other, then also we have a more open attitude towards other people. We value that they exist. We don't think, I'm the good one, they are nothing, which is happening so much in this world. People having nice cars, nice buildings, nice clothes, looking at other people down, they are not special. They are not worthy to even a smile. They are not worth of a greeting. So it's our duty to take care of the mental and the social hygiene to make the world better. When we become more compassionate, if we do something, every small act of compassion is like a big ray of light, making this world a little bit brighter. And this world needs to be brighter, especially in this time, when everything seems to get darker and more difficult. So, I try to do that, and I wish you too would learn even more than you did till now, to be more compassionate, to take more care of yourself, and thus taking care of others. With this, I wish you all the best, and I hope soon we can meet again in person. Thank you very much. Ashik Baila.